When's the last time you rode a bicycle, Sandy?
About 700 years ago, when I was 12.
Well, that's what I like about e-bikes is that anyone can ride them, because if you don't want to exert too much energy, or if you have different physical levels that you're capable of, then an e-bike is a great solution for anyone to ride one. All right, you ready?
Any last words? What the hell kind of comment is that? That you guys are on my side.
I have my buddy Sandy Munro here from Munro Live. Yeehaw, he's ready, because guess what? We have a whole fleet of e-bikes behind us, and I'm gonna go through each one of them with Sandy. We're gonna go for a ride, and we're gonna talk about all the different styles here. You see, I have anything from a Class 2 to a Class 3. There's a wide variety here, so I'm interested to see what you have to think, Sandy.
Okay, so I should tell you, I've never driven an electric bike, period. I have motorcycles and stuff like that. Everything I see here is totally foreign and alien, so you'll have to be gentle.
We're gonna be gentle. We're gonna try to keep Sandy in one piece because Sue said so, so I don't wanna get in trouble from Sue.
Right, no, that's the last person you want.
Exactly.
I know which one I'd like Sandy to try first. After that, I'll tell him all about the contenders here today so he can decide which one he'd like to try second.
We have the MacWheel LNE16. This one kind of looks a little bit funny, but that's because it's a folding e-bike. This is really the best value out of all of the e-bikes that I have right here, at least, because this is a $600 bike. So the entry point is really low. I actually had a blast on this. This goes about 15 miles per hour. Has 5 different pedal assist modes. You'll see, you can probably notice, is that the battery is integrated into the frame here, so you can't see it. Whereas some of these other, you can pop them out and either replace them and swap them and buy extra batteries, or you can just charge them from there.
That's $500.
This is, yeah, $600, $599.
$599.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how they make any money,
right.
But maybe we should take one of these things to pieces.
And this is, he wants to take it apart already. This is a 250 watt motor, so not that powerful, but I think once you get on it and you see and even just use the throttle a little bit, it's got quite a bit of torque to it. So I think it's pretty good for that price point, especially if you're just going around town in a pretty flat surface. You don't want to take it up too many hills just because it's not as powerful as some of these other bikes we have here.
I'm gonna buy one of these and take it apart. I want to find out how you get it to 500 bucks. I don't know how you could. Usually you'd have to buy it for, or you'd have to make it for half the price. So, so 300 tops to make everything. That seems like a near impossible dream. So this will be good for a few giggles, yeah.
There are a lot of other folding bikes out there, but this is definitely the best price I've seen out of all of them.
Huh.
I think you should probably start on this one.
I think you're correct.
This is how you turn on this computer, is you hold this down.
Okay.
And when you're reading it, you'll see it's on pedal assist 1.
Yeah.
To adjust it to higher pedal assist modes, you would just press this up button and then back down if you want to go back towards number 1 or 0. On all of these, you can pretty much put them on a 0 mode and just pedal them like a regular bike if you want to. This also has a throttle, so if you want to engage the throttle, you have to press this button in first, and then once you do that, you'll have this twist throttle, and this doesn't have any kind of shifting mechanism. It's just a single speed, pretty simple machine. So probably another reason why they can get it down the price so cheap.
Okay, all right. You know, when I was a kid, I never had a helmet.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you wore a helmet, somebody would beat you up.
You were a dork.
Probably even worse than that.
Now I feel like it's essential to wear these because these e-bikes are so powerful. So everybody, don't forget, wear your helmet. Protect your noggin.
Exactly. Especially in front of the camera. Yes. Exactly. Okay, so I will try this one here first.
Right. You can try that one, and I'm gonna get on probably the KBO. So I'm gonna ride with you.
Worked fine before, and now it wants to give me a hard time.
You guys are gonna race at some point.
I don't want to race him on that because I know I'll crush him.
I expect you're going to crush me on anything.
But once he gets on the Surron, he's going to crush me.
You know, the two-seaters that they train you for F1, and I got into that. And a guy that was actually it was a Scottish guy that was training me on how to race using that thing. He said, no, the best thing you can do is just, all right, just hit it and go like a rocket ship right off the line. Yeah, I did. That was stupid. I almost crashed the car.
Ready? You ready, Sandy?
I'm ready. Wow, this little dinky front wheel is something going to take me a while to get used to.
Please don't hurt yourself.
It's all you, Lacey. I'm gonna suggest that either you go faster or I go ahead of you.
All right, you go ahead of me.
Okay. Because I can't really make this thing work with slow.
Yeah, with going slow. So what pedal assist mode are you on right now?
I have no idea. 1.
Probably on 1. That one's nice and smooth. Kick it up to that pedal assist, the next level if you want, on that plus button on that computer.
Yeah.
I find it pretty noticeably different once you get up into like 3 and 4.
Well, this is definitely something I can make go fast, I think.
And it's really lightweight, so that's why I feel like it feels really fast too, even though it's a 250 watt motor.
Yeah, the extra speed kind of comes up quickly.
Yeah, a lot of torque, right?
Yeah. See, that kid wants one too. Boy, you feel every bump with this thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, no suspension at all on that.
It's kind of like one of the Shriners riding in a parade. You know, they got those little bicycles. Not my favorite, but I think I could get used to this, and I think for the size and the price, I mean, you throw this in the back of your car and something goes wrong, you just take this thing home.
Mm-hmm. It's so lightweight and easy to fold down to get into the car. It's a good option for people that are just looking like for a quick entry level.
But anyway, yeah, it's an experience I've never had before. Thank you for a wonderful time. That's good. No, that's great.
Next up, we have this Aventon Aventure. I just got this bike and I really like it so far. It has a 750 watt motor, but it is a step-through style again. I really like this type of style for e-bikes, as you can see, just because they're so easy to get on and off. This one is listed at just under $2,000. So a little bit more powerful than the other two commuter style bikes, but this one you can take, you'll see it's a fat tire similar to the Nireeka. So you can take this on light trails. Another thing I like about it is, since I broke off my plastic fender on my Nireeka, is that this has metal fenders, and you'll notice the fit and finish on this bike is really, really nice. You don't even really see the weld marks on it. They've really blended it out really well, and I like the finish on it and everything, and the attention to detail here. So on the Aventon, they've included this little neoprene sleeve so that if the chain is loose while you're riding and it hits it, it keeps it protected and you don't hear that noise.
Not only that, it's also good for the keeper on your brakes, so that cabling could get caught in here. So it does two things, which I kind of like a lot. It's got what do you call it, wire tabs there as well. But I like the fact that that people go to some detail for, you know, aesthetics and whatnot. It's good. And you're right about the welds being all ground down. Yeah, I didn't look at this closely, but this is
once you start getting a closer look, you're like, wow.
Yeah,
they did a really great job. So a little bit more money compared to, you know, the other stuff, the other commuter styles, but I think it's worth it because of the quality and the ability to be able to take this a lot more places.
How many watts is the motor?
750. Aventon has been around for like a decade, And so they produce about 200,000 e-bikes a year. So they're really a big volume player in the e-bike industry.
Where are they made? Are these made in China and imported?
Yep, they're made in China. So they have their own factory and they build their own bikes.
So where are the, where's their headquarters then? Are they in the US or are they out of China?
Yes, they have an office in California.
Yeah.
If you look on this side of the bike, you really don't even notice the battery because it has...
I see a door.
Yes, you see the door and you see there's a keyhole. So I just pop that in and twist it. And this comes right out. So you can see it's a pretty big and heavy battery.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to take it out in order to charge it there, you could do that, or you could plug it just on board.
So charging it, where's the port on here for charging?
So
If I left it in place?
it is right here.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, so if you tend to commute for longer distances and you want to buy a secondary battery on a lot of these bikes, you can do them because most of them are removable except for the MacWheel LNE16. That one's built into the frame, but the rest of these, you know, you can pop out and charge, leave the bikes out in like your garage or your shed and then bring these in to charge, which is also really great for wintertime because you don't want to leave your batteries in a place where it's going to get
too cold.
Big temperature changes like too hot or too cold.
Yeah.
Here is the Gen 3 Stride. This one is price point wise about $1,200, but they've been running specials pretty regularly. At one point this past month, it was $9.99, so an incredible value. Something just to note real quick is I've done reviews on all of these bikes, so if you guys want further information, make sure to go to my channel and click on those videos if you want to see more about each bike. But this one, the kind of claim to fame is it's got a 500 watt-hour battery and a 500 watt hub motor. So there's different styles of drives in each one of these too. So you'll see quite a wide variety of hub motors, but we also have a couple unique ones in the middle we'll get to in a bit, which are mid-drive and direct drive. So this one is a really great value. It's a commuter style bike and a step through. So you'll notice it's really easy to get on and off of it. So I would even recommend this to someone like, you know, my mom or grandma or anything like that, but you get about
so this is the one I'm gonna...
okay, you're ready for that one already?
Yeah,
so,
you said the right words. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Range-wise, you can get about 40 miles on average. This has pedal assist, 5 different modes, and it also has a throttle. You'll see pretty much all of these have a throttle on them as well. It's just a matter of kind of what the top speed you're gonna see with this. So this one here, you're probably looking at 20 to 25 miles per hour for the top speed on the Gen 3.
Oh, it's got a, okay.
Yeah, and it's got a shifter too. So the nice thing about the hub motors is that they're disconnected from the shifting system. So you can just ride it like any other bike if you want to. It's a 7-speed Shimano system, or you can engage it with the throttle and pedal assist right on the computer here. This is the KBO Breeze. This is very similar to the first one that we took a look at, which is the Gen 3 Stride. Slight differences, of course, but you'll notice it's got like the cargo rack, so it's very versatile to not only be able to take it on some of the gravel paths that we'll be going on today because the tires are a little thicker, but this is just a really good overall commuter bike. This one's listed at about $1,500. It has integrated headlamps and tail lamps, so it's connected to the power system here, whereas some of them you have to take them off and recharge them. This just draws from the battery that's on board. A couple of things that I liked about it when I did my review on it was these here. So the handlebars have like a leather wrap, thicker paddle on the end, so when you're holding the handlebar, it's kind of comfortable in my opinion.
Yeah.
This also has a twist throttle, so once you get going, there's no extra button like the other bike where you have to engage it. You can just pull the throttle. This seat also is really comfortable. It's a much wider saddle. I think you're gonna like this in comparison to that one.
Okay.
To start this one up, you just press this M button here and it turns the computer on. Right now you're on pedal assist 1. You can see your battery is full here and then your miles per hour. So this has a little bit more data on here. And then you can climb up and pedal assist here, down here. And then that throttle is a twist throttle, half twist, just like the other one. So whenever you're ready, you can just press that. I'm gonna hop on the other bike.
Cheese.
Cheese? I'm more worried about crash. Okay, so
all right, so I'm gonna
first,
let me adjust my computer here.
Okay.
Sandy liked the KBO Breeze well enough, but he clearly had his heart set on something more. So back to the drawing board we went.
So the next one here is the Nireeka Prime. This one is a mountain bike style mid-drive motor fat tire bike. So you'll notice these are really thick, and they really act as kind of like a suspension since it doesn't have a suspension system, so it makes it cushier if you let a lot of the air out. But what's different about this, about a lot of the other bikes that I have here, is that this is a mid-drive, so you'll notice right here, this is probably a little bit more advanced than some of the other bikes here if it's someone that's not used to going on a lot of trails or mountain biking consistently, because you do really have to be aware of how much power you're putting out in the motor when you're shifting. You really want to like let off of that power so you don't snap anything.
This is a very unusual kind of style and whatnot.
It is. This is carbon fiber.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is either going to have to be carbon fiber or some kind of plastic. And they painted it because it's probably the carbon fiber that does not like to have sunlight. Otherwise, you can clear coat them and things like that.
Even then, they kind of yellow.
So this is 3,500, you said? Or?
Right now, as is. When I bought it a while back, it was listed at 2,600, but the price has gone up now. So yeah, it's about 3,600 shipped.
3,600 shipped. And they're worried about raising the price of the Rivian a couple of grand, and this thing here has gone up by about 50%. I must say that I like the idea of a motor with a gearbox and then having shifters basically on top of it. It's kind of cool.
It has the thumb throttle here. I've found, just based on my preferences, is that I like a thumb throttle better than a twist throttle, but to each their own. Opposite of the MacWheel LNE16 is the Surron. So the Surron is actually modified, this one in particular, by Luna Cycles. You'll see I have the upgraded Luna seat, which is a little bit more comfortable than what it comes with standard. This is a very powerful bike. It goes up to 50 miles per hour. And I think the battery is like 2 kilowatt hour battery. 2 kilowatt? Yes.
Okay. Wow.
It's massive. So you'll see it right here.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
And this just pops out if you want to take that out and charge it separately, or you can plug it in while it's in there. But the thing that I like about this is that I can take this battery out and I can mount this on the back of my Tesla. If you see my review on this bike, you'll notice I have one of those Yakima bike racks that come out, and it just fits right in between this gap where the battery would sit. So it is kind of heavy, but it's perfect for taking it up north in Michigan on trails. So this is probably closer to what you're used to with the motorcycles.
Yeah, this looks to me like a scrambler. I love the fact that it's got rear suspension. They all got fork suspension, but the rear suspension is kind of a big deal, especially if you are trying to be a little aggressive. I like the fact that it's got a belt drive. I had my fill of chain a long time ago, so I like that too. 2 kilowatts, that'll keep me busy for hours.
Right?
Yeah.
And this
the children will play.
Yeah, this can go up a 45-degree angle. So if you have any hill, it's just like a breeze.
I have a 45-degree hill at my house. In fact, that made it. The Rivian could do it, but the Jeep gave up. My Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, actually, it said, I don't think so.
It actually comes with a chain when you buy it, but you have the option of buying the Gates carbon belt. It's so much more quieter with the carbon belt versus the chain.
Not only that, I think they last longer. I've had more than my fair share of things happen. You know, a little something gets stuck inside the chain, it gets into the sprocket on the wrong side, and the next thing you know, you're looking around to try those little key things to put them back together. Yeah, so I like for off-roading for sure. I like belts better, way better. This really appeals to me because I'm not allowed to buy another motorcycle, and I obviously this is for bike trails and stuff like that. I might be able to sweet talk my wife into something like this. And it's really relatively $6 grand for what I'm looking at. And then I look at some of these other ones and I'm going, man, I mean, I can't understand how they can do it so inexpensively. Even if it is $6 grand, it looks like a good deal if you're just gonna putz around. You know, old guys aren't allowed to have a whole lot of toys, but this looks pretty good. I really like this.
So there's 2 modes here. One's sport and one's EP.
Yeah, okay, good.
Sport, I think, is the one that goes up to like 45 to 50. And then the EP is where we'll keep you in one piece.
Good, all right,
It's
good.
fast enough. I mostly actually ride on this, especially on the trails in EP mode.
Yep, so I just wanna, yeah, this feels like a motorcycle.
Yep.
All right, both of you give me your mean looks. There you go.
Okay, so this is by far better than anything else. I will tell you, I could have a lot of fun on this. I might try and talk Sue into letting me get one of them and just tell her that I'll ride it around the backyard. Now that we've got 3 acres and hills and everything. I rode it on Econ or EP, whatever.
EP mode, yep.
So I think EP stands for something like elderly person or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I got that up fairly quick. Yeah, I felt truly comfortable on it. I could hear Lacey in back of me with that chain and mid-drive, wherever it went here.
This one here, the
That
Prime.
one there. Yeah, it's got a clever seat, but this kind of feels like I could have some big fun, and I like the fact that if I did get it up in the air, it would come down. With that kind of a bike, and you're going to go up, and then you're going to have to hit the back brakes to drop it or something like that. But when I land, I'm going to be landing on that rear wheel, and I want that cushion. So for me, there's not much of a. These buggers didn't have a chance.
I know. They each have their own audience,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
this is the
I'm
most
definitely going to be
expensive.
buying one of those. I want to find out how they make it for $300, and this one may also be purchased. Well, you're an excellent electric bike salesperson. Thank you very much. That was lots of fun. I really did have a
You
good time,
enjoyed it,
and I
yeah.
didn't run over your kids. Didn't
No.
kill myself.
He's in one piece,
It's,
folks.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't kill Sandy.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining me, Sandy.
Thank you.
And you guys, don't forget to subscribe to Munro Live. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We've got a lot more videos coming up for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.
Absolutely.